Hi Scorpio, welcome to your August 2017 Astro Update. It's Rena here. Now you may hear a fan in the background because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning and I don't feel like getting up and turning off my fan. And I do want to get your forecast out because we are very quickly approaching August, at least when I'm recording this. And so maybe the fan will be soothing. And so I have been kind of typing in all of your transits for August. And it looks like an amazing month for you when it comes to your career. So even if you don't feel like you have a career, maybe you feel like you just have a job, with the North Node transiting through your 10th house for 18 months, you could find your Dharma, you guys. And I said the same thing to Pisces because they have it in their 6th house. And for you, this may be more of a worldly thing in terms of really getting recognized for your talents. Whereas for Pisces, it might be more service-oriented. So you start the month with the Sun in your 9th house in fellow water sign Cancer. And this goes on for a few weeks until the 22nd of August. And this is the day after the solar eclipse, which is also occurring in that 10th house of career. So your Sun is in the 9th house for most of the month in Cancer. And I think that some of you will be really kind of shining a spotlight on what your belief system is. And this is like a transitional thing because when it goes into your career sector, all these different energies and influences, you really have to kind of reconcile who you are, what you're about, what you feel life is about, and your glory, what you do to feel important in the world. And if that is even important to you. Scorpio is a sign that loves power, but I think that your own personal power is very important to you. And so I don't think Scorpio is a sign that chases after fame in the same way that a Leo person might do so. You're much more concerned with a sense of internalizing your power. And this can come in the form of having a very powerful presence, even when people see you, or when you come into the room and they feel those vibes, that intensity that Scorpio tends to bring with them. So I think you're going to be in a very philosophical state of mind because the Sun is in the 9th house for most of the month. And Venus is also there for almost just actually a few days longer in that 9th house. The 9th house is talking about your belief system, including your spiritual beliefs, but also higher education, also foreign travel, and foreign cultures. So you could actually be overseas somewhere on vacation or even traveling for work, and you could have a love affair in a foreign place with Venus in the 9th house. And then on the 26th, Venus goes into that 10th house. And this can give you a certain charm that can go a long way in advancing your career. If you're in between jobs, Venus in the 10th house can make you very appealing to those higher ups that you need to schmooze to be able to get a particular position. And so that can be very helpful for you. And Mars is going to be in this sector all month long. So you are just on fire with ambition, and you're on fire wanting to work hard. By the way, with Venus in the 10th house, this can even help your pocketbook because Venus can bring money with her. And in the 10th house, the logical thing is getting a raise or getting a new job that boosts your salary. So we do have that solar eclipse, but before we have that, we have a new moon. We have a full moon in Aquarius, and this is in the form of a lunar eclipse, and this is happening on the 7th of August in your 4th house of home and family. These are the kind of changes that are not incremental. These could be massive changes. And it doesn't have to come on August 7th. It may come several months down the line. But anything connected to mother, to family of origin, the home base, these things may somehow leave your life in some fashion. And the trick is to be able to go with the flow. Even with the solar eclipse, there are massive changes. It's like a tide. The lunar eclipse brings something out, the solar eclipse brings something in. And in that solar eclipse situation, it's during a Mercury retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde on August 12th, and when it does, it will be in Virgo, which is your 11th house of hopes and wishes, your long-term goals, your friendships, the groups that you belong to. And then it goes into your 10th house of career on the 31st of August. And so it dips back into Leo. And you go right back into your thoughts about career. What is it that I want to do to make my mark on the world? And how does that jibe with my hopes and my dreams? Am I living my own life, or am I living somebody else's life? Am I trying to please somebody else? That is atypical for Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Neither one of those planets is light and fluffy. Mars is very warrior-like, and I was going to say See, I don't even want to attempt talking about, I was going to say militaristic. There's a word that means like military-like, but it's too late to be racking my brain about that. But it is very warrior-like, and with Pluto, there's a real obsession with power, with control, and also with regeneration, the phoenix rising from the ashes, so to speak. And that's totally up Scorpio's alley. Well, that is very intense, dramatic stuff. Oh, by the way, I just thought of it. Militaristic, that's what I meant. But, yeah, so where was I going with that? Well, when Mercury goes into the 10th house again, and during the retrograde, you are going to be trying to reconcile some of the dreams that you are striving to attain, and whether or not it's really you. Because sometimes people do get influenced by others and think they want something and find out that they don't. So Scorpio is a very powerful sign, but it's also a human sign just like any other. And they can fall prey to some of those tendencies as well, And so I think it's going to be a really good time for you kind of pondering the direction you want to take your life. But with all these transits in the 10th house, you may be so busy grabbing the gusto, grabbing your glory, that it'll be a juggling act to even have these deep thoughts about your future. And when that solar eclipse sweeps in, it is a time to just kind of ride that surf and not try to control the waves, because especially since it's during a Mercury retrograde, things may not get settled right at that time, and it may be more of a shake-up than anything else, where you see things, maybe dreams that you had in the past. You planted a few seeds and nothing seemed to really manifest, and all of a sudden your vibrational escrow just kicked in. And that is a term taken from Abraham Hicks, so I do have to give credit where credit is due. But yeah, this is going to be pretty dang awesome for Scorpios looking to have some career success. So I hope you enjoyed this, Scorpio, and if you'd like a private reading, I have a natal chart interpretation reading special going on right now. You can click the link below, which will take you to rainamoonastrology.com. Otherwise, have a very successful August. Bye.